Today, I'm listening to Canadian power metal band Unleash the Archers for the very first time. Keep watching. Hi everybody, it's Christi Bovee with the Voice Love Company. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell below so you don't miss a single video or when I go live. In response to your requests, I've created a free resource, Come Alive, 5 ways to unlock your purpose and take back your life. You can get all the details for this resource, which is perfect for right now as lockdown is ending and things are opening up, in the description box below. Now let's get started. So this is a long time request. Many of you, as you have watched me start to discover metal music, have said you've got to listen to Unleash the Archers. And so I picked the song that you most requested, which was Awakening. Let's go ahead and dig in. So being a musician, I love the mixed meters that are happening in metal music. I am so impressed already with the musicianship, being able to play these really fast syncopated rhythms and beats. It's really, you need to have some skill to be able to play metal music. And what I'm learning about right now with all of you helping me and educating me is the different kinds of metal. I had to look Unleash the Archers up on Wikipedia, and it describes it as a fusion of traditional heavy metal with power metal and melodic death metal. So all of these things are new to me. I'm not sure exactly what is what, and you guys can help me in the comments below. I really do appreciate so much the education you afford me with every single new artist that I listen to. I really do read your comments. I really am learning and really am learning to enjoy metal music. It really is just a lot of fun. Okay, let's get back in. I hate stopping as much as you do. And so it really is difficult as I'm listening to something for the first time and having to stop to stay in compliance with fair use practices. I do want to make sure that we give the copyright owners their due. We want to make this to be a different experience than if you were to watch the original video below. But listen, it is in the description box below. That's what I'm going to say. Watch it without me having to talk. And I am definitely going to go back and watch this without listening to myself having to talk too. It really is incredible. I am really amazed by her voice. It sounds like she was singing overtones, like there were overtones in her sound. It's just incredible. She had kind of 2 notes happening at the same time, and it's just a really cool voice. It's not what I was expecting, and maybe a little richer, a little more caramely in tone than the brightness maybe I was expecting. I'm not sure. Wow, really beautiful, absolutely gorgeous.
This mountain hollow that keeps me in a suffocating embrace, a prison and a safe haven that's always been this way. Lord, a new master calls me to awake.
Okay, gosh, I'm way over. I'm so sorry, but that was so incredible. I could not stop. I was just like, what is even happening right now? These people are crazy talented. The pace with which they are taking this song, I mean, that drummer is just so amazing. So amazing to keep up this thing that he's doing, and the mixed meters, it's constantly going from one meter to the next. Incredible. And Brittany's voice is amazing. I need to figure out who the other singer was who came in, so you guys can continue to educate me. Leave a comment down below. I'm going to try and figure this out as I go, because I honestly do not know anything about this band other than what I just read about it right before I started recording. Wow. Absolutely gorgeous. This song is amazing. I have chills. Oh my goodness.
My pulse begins with a note tone. A voice is calling my name. It always starts as whispering, then manifests to a scream. I'm drawn to the creature that wakes me, bound to them by the curse. My soul exists only to serve a covenant above. Fear not the task ahead. There's no escaping it. There's no good nor evil here.
I love this video too. I love how they have the split screen of everybody's fingers, so you can see the incredible amount of talent that these gentlemen players have. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love Brittany's voice. I would love to know who her influences were as she was growing up, because I'm hearing a lot of just like classic rock vocalists. I'm hearing some Chrissy Hind from the Pretenders. I'm hearing some Hart, you know, some of the Wilson sisters in there. And I'm not sure if there's, you know, it would just be so interesting to know who her influences are, because she has this really just fully formed style of her own. She's definitely her own person for sure. She's got a really unique sound, but it's so fun to hear the different people who may have influenced her. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now. This is so amazing to me, just musically. As a musician, I'm just in awe of what these musicians are creating. It really is so special. Gosh, that's amazing, you guys. Oh my heavens. Holy cow. Just so incredibly well done. When I see this, I think of the hours that went into practice for these musicians, doing all of those little scales, doing all of the little arpeggios and the things that they had to do to be able to learn how to do that. You don't just like wake up one day and this is what happens to you. You have got to have spent hours forging your talent in the practice room, and wow, seriously, I have chills upon chills just thinking about it. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so incredible. Okay, let's figure out who this vocalist is who's doing the death growl kind of thing. Wikipedia says that it's Grant Truesdell or Andrew Kingsley. They both do guitars and unclean vocals. I really liked how they called Brittany's vocals clean vocals, Grant and Andrew's vocals unclean. And when you click on unclean vocals, it takes you to this death growl page on Wikipedia. You know, they say don't always get all of your information from Wikipedia, but it is usually a pretty good way to at least scratch the surface. So again, I really am relying on you guys to help me know who's who and what's their role, and do they do this all the time? His voice is incredible, absolutely incredible, and has a different kind of timbre to it than some of the other growling vocalists that I've heard. It's really, really lovely. I mean, it really is. It has this kind of melodious quality to it, if that makes sense. It's not quite so guttural. And so I'm really intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the growl technique anyway. It's not something that I know how to do myself. And when I first started listening to this, I really struggled to listen to it without cringing, because as a voice teacher, you don't want to be making hamburger out of your vocal folds. But what you guys have told me is you use the false folds above the vocal folds, and that creates that vibration. I'm still just in awe of this technique, and wow, I'm really looking forward to hearing how he develops it through this song. So let's get back in. Oh my gosh. Amazing. That was insane. It was so incredibly clean, so well executed. That syncopation of the drums, what the drums were playing against what the guitars were doing, there's so much happening there, and it's done so incredibly well. That is so hard to do, you guys. Do you understand what is happening musically? It's really hard to hold both of those spaces rhythmically unless you are just monster musicians. And so I'm so undone. I'm really, I'm like, what do I do with this? This is absolutely amazing. It's so great. Absolutely great. I have to admit that I'm almost feeling like the musicianship is outshining the vocals in this particular video for me. I'm just like, it's like magic, you know, what they're creating here musically with the instrumentation, and the voices are just the cherry on top. It's all so incredibly well done. This is not going to be my last Unleash the Archers video for sure, and I want you guys to tell me in the comments below, where do I go from here? What do I listen to next? Because this is so enjoyable. Okay, let's get back in. The video itself, the way it's being shot, is adding so much to the whole experience, because you're really getting a taste for what exactly these musicians are doing. The drummer, how they keeps cutting to his feet, going back and forth between that hi-hat and the kick drum, and then all of the stuff that he's doing just, you know, with his drumsticks. I mean, it's just, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then you have, of course, the guitarists, who are just so composed as you see them playing these incredibly difficult lines, and they're just in the flow. It is so beautiful. It's like poetry in motion. And then you have Britney's vocals layered on top, so incredibly refined, so in control, yet so musical as she's going up that line, that melodic line. It's so beautiful. Incredibly well done. And that is how you do it. Wow, incredible. Let's deconstruct this one just a little bit more. So from the first note that is hit in this song, this is just a wild ride. It is so incredibly well done, so cohesive all the way through. These musicians are not taking any prisoners. They mean business. I'm so impressed by Brittany Hayes' voice. She has an incredible instrument and she knows how to use it.
To look up into the night sky, to see the stars they are changed, to know 1,000 years or more have passed, and I am the same. This mountain hollow that keeps me in a suffocating embrace, a prison and a safe haven that's always been this way.
The incredible thing to me about these female-fronted metal bands is they have to have a certain edge to their voice, a cleanness to their voice. I know they said she sings clean vocals, and she does, but there's also just a presence, a way that her voice is, where it cuts through all of the other things that are going on. I've said this before. Yes, they have amplification, they have microphones, but it's also a tone quality that needs to be there. I'm imagining. This is all me being a new metal listener. I think you'd have to have a brightness to your tone quality in order to be heard. I also think it's interesting too, she has really good diction. You can hear the lyric very clearly. And again, that helps to cut through all of the crunchy guitar stuff, the syncopation, everything that's happening in the background with such precision. She's able to hold her own because of these two qualities, the really clean, bright tone and her really crisp diction. I just want to talk about how the melody was written for the chorus, because it is so incredibly beautiful and it really shows Brittany's chops. She has a great voice and you can really hear it here in the chorus. That melody line is no joke. It goes higher and then higher and then higher and then higher still, and she just handles it with beautiful precision. She navigates it so incredibly well. This is not a hobby for her. She knows what she's doing, and you feel totally held as the listener and just able to just succumb to the incredible magic that is Unleash the Archers. Wow. And then she continues to take the song forward, holding notes out even longer, like this one right here.
There's no escaping it, there's no good, no evil here. Stella can shine, shine bright, leading away in the night. Once again, remind
That last note is just stellar. She has so much vocal control, so much control of her breathing that's fueling that. And she looks so incredibly relaxed as she's singing. There's no tension that she's holding. She's just letting that tone just come out so gloriously. Really, really well done. That note gave me chills. But this, without a doubt, is my favorite part of the song. I have no words. This is the moment where I was realizing the fact that this is a masterpiece. This is a just incredible musical moment. I feel so incredibly blessed. Like, this has been gifted to me to be able to listen to it. These people, the things they've done to be able to get to this space. I've already said it, but wow, you have to just take a moment and say, this is holy ground here, people. This is where artistry really is realized. When you see the amount of time that an artist has put in to create something for us, mere mortals. I just feel like, wow, I bow to these musicians, and thank you so much for giving us this incredible moment, because it really is incredibly special. But it doesn't end there. It just keeps going. It keeps building upon itself. And I'm amazed when you see how chill these musicians are as they're just like, they're just playing like it's nothing. The music is just pouring out of them. They can't help themselves. It is just that incredible. And you just have to realize the amount of rehearsal time that this band has had to have had together to be this tight. Wow. So obviously this has been a real highlight of my day, and it makes me love what I get to do in getting to listen to new music for the very first time. It's such a gift. It's an experience I know I will never have again, because I will listen to Unleash the Archers a second time, a third time. And so it's just so special, and I just so thank you guys so much for telling me about them, because I never would have known that something this good was out there. Thank you. Well, that's it for me today. Like if you liked it, subscribe, and don't forget to share with someone you know loves Unleash the Archers. You can ask me any question about your voice in the comments down below, on my blog at voicelove.co, on Instagram at The Voice Love Company, and now on yzio.com. Get all those details in the description box below. Well, things are starting to open up where I am little by little, and I am recognizing, as I'm starting to get more busy with things, I'm tired. And I'm wondering how you're feeling as well. This has been a really intense year that we've been through all together. It's been outrageous in a lot of ways. And even though our bodies have been home, our minds and our emotions have been on high alert. I know mine have. So I just want to remind you, as we are kind of winding down from May, it can be such a busy month for a lot of people. Just remember to take time for yourself. Remember to prioritize sleep, especially. Remember to prioritize rest, which may mean turning off YouTube right after you're done with this video. Go outside, get some fresh air, look at something beautiful, look in the eyes of someone that you have in your analog world, an actual human being, and take some time for yourself. Don't forget that self-care is really important now, especially as we're transitioning back into being more open and more free to do things that we haven't been for the past year or so. Keep finding your voice. Keep making your sound in the world today. The world is waiting for what you and only you bring. And remember, you are loved. Bye, guys.